Hello everyone, it's Rock10. Welcome once again to the Red Bright District, and it's time for more Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I want to start by saying I actually finally figured out what I was doing wrong at that one quest, and I can't believe it took me, it was one of those, oh, I feel so stupid now. Is what my problem was. I was sort of reading the quest wrong. What was happening was I'd actually already done the part where you use the venomous tentacula, and it was crossed off, and I never seemed to catch that. Either that or I'd already done it. I'm not sure which. Or it was done. And I didn't know that there was, and I kept trying to do that instead of doing the next part, which is what I needed to do, which was use a mandrake. The mandrake was the one that I needed to use on multiple opponents. So that was where I was going wrong. So we're gonna finally get this class then, and this is an Herbology, which is actually an interesting place for you to learn this spell, I have to say. I should start calling these chill streams because these last few streams have been very chill and I've been very calm as of late. I've had very little stress to deal with, so that's helped. There we go. I actually went and had an unlocked every flue flame on in the entire map, just for the heck of it, and so now I only have one left, and the map room was not one of them. It turns out I did have that. The only one I have left is in the castle, and that's the hospital wing, which I'm pretty sure you have to have the unlocking spell to even enter. Changed my outfit a bit. I got something that I like, so I changed it. I wonder if I should change my hat. I hadn't thought about that to fit more my new, as far as the look of it. No, I think I'll go with this. I'd also want to change this look. That'd be funny. I'm walking around in my pajamas the entire day. Still having a little trouble deciding. No, I think I might go with that. Or actually, you know what? I think I like this. Where did that come from? Wait a minute. I just saw something.
It's you! Thank you again for finding my gobstones. I never could have... Now that I have all my... I'm ready to take on all challenges. If I can find any.
It said... Who the heck is it talking about? Okay, that's really strange. It's like it's showing me that there's someone to talk to right there, but I can't find where they are. Here we go again. It didn't take me directly to the classroom. Why not? I ended up... I think I realized what I did wrong. So...
Wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it.
That's interesting.
When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
So Wingardium is a more advanced form of a basic Leviosa. That I did not know.
To practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room.
Level up. No, I might actually want to use this. Because I was having issues before.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a Wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your Wigan trees.
Never heard of Wigan trees before now. Okay. Let's put Wingardium right here.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You're a natural.
Okay. Wait, let me try it one more time. Yeah, I figured you were able to control levitation to some degree. Okay. Now. So I also grabbed this quest, sort of by accident, and I saw it, but I didn't know I was actually gonna be talking to anyone for it, and there was a whole thing, like a line of dialogue. So I went ahead and started. I thought it was like I have to talk to her, and then she gives me the thing. I didn't know there was more to it than that. So in this quest, we have to go underwater and meet the mer people.
Should look into gillyweed, although I still need to swim.
Look at this place. Did the mer people really leave Nerida an artifact? Lumos. Confringo. Now then, I'll need you to come with me. Now for the rest of you. Confringo! Lumos. Lumos. What do we have in here then? Nerida will be happy about this.
So what do we have? It looks like kind of like a necklace, but it doesn't explain it other than saying it's an artifact. I thought it was actually going to meet them. Maybe that's the next part? By the way, I wanted to mention something that I tried to say in the very first stream I did of this, is that something I've noticed, and you might notice, is that when my characters speak, there's this weird effect on the voice, but all the NPCs speak normally. It's just, I don't understand that at all. It's almost like the voice is sort of doubled, kind of. It's hard to explain how it sounds. It's just strange sounding.
Why did I never learn how to swim?
Your gift from the mer people was exactly where they said it would be.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I was so worried I'd left it too long and they'd seen it as a slight. Our relationship with them is already so tenuous.
Then I'm glad we helped to foster some healthy diplomatic relations.
Merlin's beard. It's marvelous. I'm going to show it to everyone, including the Ministry. Should I hand deliver or send by owl? Thank you again, so much. You may have just helped improve relations between wizard kind and mer people for decades to come. I can't wait to study this. Crossed Wands was so much fun, wasn't it?
Completed a challenge. It's not a cloak, which sucks. I wanted it to be a cloak.
Confringo! Revelio.
Said it was.
I haven't been called Puffskein Dunking once since you brought me that venomous tentacular leaf. I think I am actually braver.
It's me, Gareth. Do you have a moment?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was. After you helped me with that fupa feather and potions, I reckoned you might be just the person I need. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Wisby-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
You and your concoctions. I don't know how you come up with these things.
It's a gift, truly. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Wisbies is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeydukes' cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeydukes' cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
Sounds simple enough. And who wouldn't want to go to Honeydukes?
Ah, brilliant. Thank you. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third-floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeydukes is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed, trust me.
I'll see what I can do, Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those
Well,
things for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction.
oh, he just repeat what I already know. It's like, why does your character repeat what you need to do for the quest? That I don't get. It's like he told you what to do. Well, why would you need your character to repeat that? Quite a few different quests around here. Okay, so we zip over here.
Shouldn't be too hard to find.
How muggles get by without magic. Almost makes me feel a bit guilty.
How would you like to learn the knockback jigs flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
I think the last of the spells that I have to learn other than the Dark Wizard spells. Well, it's still Alohomora, but I think that's more of a mandatory, it's more of a spell that I think would hang on. do I
Rebellion.
spell it? Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's an essential spell. Couldn't think of the word they called them. Okay, this is not where I thought it would be.
Lumos.
Oops. It said to go to Honeydukes, and that's in Hogsmeade, but this is showing me you have to go back to Hogwarts, so that's very strange.
I hear Alpha Hogsfield is locked.
Confringo.
The question now is how do I get to that part, that area?
I wonder what it was like.
I guess I'll have to follow the path to see where it
As a
leads me.
brand new game, just beware the open flame.
Okay, it stopped. So no statue.
This looks like the right statue.
Ah,
What
okay.
was the password?
Found it.
Descendium.
So, wait. Did he mean this?
Who knew this was all down here?
The secret passage into Honeydukes from the Hogwarts? Is that what he meant?
Revelio.
Maybe that's what it was.
A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken though.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Whoops.
Who knew this was all down here? A lift.
I didn't notice there was no
Must be how
floor
I get
beneath me.
down. Looks broken though. need to fix the lift before I can use it.
No,
That
really?
seems to have done the trick. Revelio.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
This castle will never cease to surprise me.
I don't know why, but my computer just went into screensaver mode, and all I'm doing is trying to keep an eye on the stream so it doesn't disconnect.
Confringo! Revelio. Confringo! Revelio.
I think that's just an alternate exit. Okay. Oh, I have to level up to use that. Okay. I would have started, excuse me, I would have started streaming sooner, but my stomach was bothering me all day.
How am I supposed to get out of here?
And to the point that I decided to order a 2 liter of ginger ale, and that helped.
Ringo!
I also hadn't eaten much all day, so I got some microwave bacon.
If I could lift this platform, I think I could get it to work. Wingardium Leviosa!
And the thing is, I need to lift it with me on it. Don't I? Yeah, essentially. It seems that way. But it's not letting me do that, so I don't know how this is supposed to work.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Yeah, I don't. How in the world? Is this supposed to work?
Wingardium Leviosa!
Can I move it over here? No. Yeah. How in the world does this work? I can't lift myself and the object and this tile at the same time. I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't have a choice. Must use one, then jump on top of it. Yeah, but that's not helping. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look up this quest itself, the quest itself. Wait a minute. Am I... See, this I wouldn't have thought. I'm supposed to maybe use Reparo first? Because I wouldn't have thought of that.
Reparo!
But no, it doesn't say that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch someone do it because I have no idea how this is supposed to work. Okay, what? So, that is the way to do it, but I don't know how that...
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to do this. You can't do it fast enough. Okay, hang on a second. You're telling me I can somehow lift it while I'm on top of it, but that didn't work
Wingardium Leviosa.
when I tried it. Yeah, it won't work. So, okay, there's some rubble, I guess. So I have to repair, there's some rubble I have to repair first? How are you supposed to know that? And it doesn't look like... I can't tell anything...
Protego. Reparo.
Where?
Protego. Reparo.
Where exactly is this rubble I need to repair? Because that's apparently maybe what I'm missing. Okay, I need to watch this again. What did I miss? Recall, you have to repair the platform, then use Accio and some rubble. Use Leviosa to move the platform up. Okay, you're saying I can just use Leviosa by itself. See, that's just... How would I know to do that? Again. And how? How do I use Leviosa by itself? Oh. See, I don't know. I thought for some reason that was a different spell. How would you know that you can't use Wingardium Leviosa for this and you have to use basic Leviosa? How would you possibly be able to figure that out? You could, especially if you just got that spell, you would know, you would have no idea.
Leviosa! Going to have to get past this.
That was frustrating as heck. Like, it's almost like you can't... You better not do the quest for Wingardium Leviosa first, or else you might be... Or else you'll be stuck and not know what to do. Because I thought for sure the new spell would be handy for doing this. Apparently not.
Leviosa! Revelio! Leviosa!
Oh, whoops.
Reparo!
It looks a bit broken. Perhaps I can try...
Leviosa!
Whoops. Crud. I hope I can get back. I honestly thought there if I fell, I would fall and basically go, fall to my doom. Not what I'm trying to do.
Revelio.
One more to go and I'll make it across.
Reparo. Leviosa.
Something is getting in the way of that platform.
Accio. Leviosa.
That did the trick.
Revelio.
I'm surprised I'm able to jump those gaps.
This must be the way out. I need to find a way to open that gate.
Reparo. Confringo. Revelio.
Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes.
Leviosa. Revelio.
That took longer than it should have. All because of a simple thing. They really should have... I feel like they
chocolate.
almost should have told you which spell you needed to use. Just in case you had Wingardium. Because I was so easily confused by that.
have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
See what we got. Ooh, there we go. There's an upgrade. Giddiness and levitation. Usually this thing of an animal poisons you. I guess
Never knew butterflies were attracted to treasure.
not always in this world.
Hello again. Were you able...
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywig things.
You got them! Incredible.
Happy to help. Here you go.
This is brilliant! Can't wait to get started. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I brewed my first batch of fizzing whizbeer.
Wait a minute, he's gonna make a beer? Should he be able to do that? Especially if it's alcohol based? I know, like, there's a thing in, like, there's butterbeer in here, but I wonder if that's an actual thing. Does make me curious if there's such a thing as like a beer that you can, that a kid could drink somehow. Although I honestly could see if someone invented such a thing in our world, it would cause so much backlash. I'm going to check out this quest just to see it.
It must lead.
Excuse me, madam. I thought I heard you say something.
Yes, indeed. Talking to myself again. I find myself to be quite the engaging conversationalist since my husband passed. Madam Althea Twiddle, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Madam Twiddle.
You know, you might be interested in this. You young people love this sort of thing. My husband often ruminated on the mysterious statue just outside our hamlet. Some sort of archaic puzzle involving vases, he would insist. I stumbled upon it today when I had a burst of energy and extended my morning constitutional a bit longer than usual.
An archaic puzzle? Sounds fascinating.
You see, I suspected you'd be interested, and wait till I tell you about the rumours surrounding this particular puzzle. My husband Greville insisted that solving the puzzle would reveal a magical challenge of sorts. The man was intrigued by everything. He was about to try and solve it himself when... Perhaps you could take a look. I'd be rather interested to hear what, if anything, you find.
Where can I find this statue?
It's not far from Irondale. It's down by the shore, near those old ruins. You can't miss it.
If I happen to see it, I'll have a look.
Ah, the spirit of youth. I do hope you'll be able to solve the puzzle. If not for me, then in Greville's memory.
She really does have the look of, like, as far... except for the green face and warts and stuff like that.
Twiddle mentioned.
She's got gray hair. She's got that, like, that elderly, that stereo. She really does look like the stereotypical witch, kind of long nose, except not that long. She's got the hat. I mean, that, like, she's got the look of, like, what a lot of people, when they, back in the day when they drew a witch, or that was the look, very much, especially of an evil witch, but obviously she's not. Go over here, because this is there's this quest that I kind of came across it by accident.
Who would have thought that butterflies of all things would lead someone to treasure?
I should investigate. Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
Revelio isn't the fastest Ravenclaw.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I am a Ravenclaw. I wasn't sure.
Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
Of course it's another trial. And you'd better be taking part.
Does this mean you've changed your mind about me?
Well, you're a step up from the good-for-nothings who usually challenge me. While they sit around and hope to be the best, I put in hours of practice. No one sets records by wishing for them. And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
Strong competition? Could that have been a compliment, Imelda?
Go ahead, believe what you want. Makes no difference. Compliments make people soft. No one goes round telling me I did a fine job. And do I care? No. I say I'm the best, and that's all I need. So please, try to beat my record, 5th year. And don't be disappointed when you lose.
I'm ready to fly.
Finally, a decent challenge.
I'd say that was acceptable.
Crap.
I'm getting the hang of this.
I think that little flyer on the that you see is just to show you that make sure that's their time.
Now that's more like it.
And you have to make sure they don't pass you. Otherwise,
Made it.
yeah. Then you then beat it.
That wasn't too bad.
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. I can't deny that. But you'll not have the same luck on the South Coast course.
You said your reputation for talent put some people out. Like whom?
If you must know, I've had to deal with jealousy from members of my own house. When we were first years, Nerida Roberts and I spent loads of time on our brooms, pledged to fly every day. As my skill on a broom grew, rapidly I might add, Nerida suddenly didn't have time for flying practice. I tried to give her pointers, but she didn't have the natural ability I did. Clearly, she was jealous. Poor thing spends all her time now dawdling by the lake, obsessed with merpeople. Won't even learn to swim. I refuse to downplay my talents to coddle someone else's fragile ego. Anyway, I need to ready the next course. Stop by when it's ready, if you can handle it.
We'll see, won't we? Till next time.
I half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time.
Another successful flight. I should let Mr. Weeks know.
As far as I can see, the only potion worth learning.
Yeah, I feel like I should wear a hat instead of what I am wearing because otherwise it looks like I'm in sleepwear. Because essentially that hat I was wearing was a nightcap.
Best time for the history of magic.
Oh yeah, now I remember you got this quest from the broom dealer. because he wanted me to test the broom to do another upgrade.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly.
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
That item is of the highest quality. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, I think those allow me to change appearances again. Sorta, kind of, it looks that way. Ooh, that looks cool. I like that one.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Now, before I quit tonight, I definitely want to do the quest for... yeah, Alohomora. That's kind of jumping ahead, but not quite. It's jumping a little bit.
Revelio. Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, a Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since... day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alohomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Whoa, that's a long spell. cast when cast square.
Alohomora.
Oh, you have to do this? See, I didn't know, I thought you would just have to cast a spell. How in the world? How in the world does this work? I think I know what you're supposed to do now. I think I get it. Again, I'm gonna have to look this up, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so confused. There we go. Took me a while to figure that out.
Done! You're in! Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Yeah, so the idea is to make it watch until they're both, until the inner part is spinning and then that outside part is spinning.
Revelio.
Reminder to staff the Hogwarts Town Halls do an acceptable job keeping the castle in order. Some of them prepared for any number of items that they may encounter each day. However, only the other day an unexpected stash of whizzing crackers went off from behind a cushion. The cacophony was most untoward, gulping one poor elf in blue smoke and giving those of us nearby an abominable ringing in our ears for the rest of the days. I expect the culprit was Peas. Peas, keep an eye out and be careful. Matilda Winsley deputy headmistress. It's too bad I see that thing and I can't.
Lumos.
How are your students getting on this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between aconite and asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You tune up every year.
Okay, that's a bit frustrating. Professor Fig, I am in receipt of your most recent owl. Also, to delay in my response, I'm receiving a good deal of correspondence regarding the introduction of the not-so-recent stooging penalty in Quidditch, which, in my humble opinion, has brought the game into the modern age. So I'm saying, frankly, how many spectators want nothing less than seeing Quidditch keepers flattened entirely. As to the topic of recent letter, we in the Ministry assure you that any and all potential threats to wizardkind taken quite seriously. I've made note of your concerns, and as much time allows, the Department of Magical Law Enforcement will ensure the matter is looked into, schedule permitting. We value the opinions of esteemed wizards such as yourself, and you may rest assured that we will have matters well in hand. Should you wish, I can have my secretary secure seats for yourself and a guest in this year's Quidditch final. I think you will be delighted to see the results of a well-run and efficient government. Warmest regards, Ferris Barron, Minister for Magic. Stooging penalty. So basically, if someone uses some kind of spell where they, or some kind of tactic where where someone just goes splat, they get penalized, I guess. I'm already a little disappointed because it seems like right now can't seem to reach these areas they want me to go in from where I am. We have to go up more.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Here we go again. Well, that was quick. That was much quicker than the first time I did it. Once I knew what to do.
Always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so combative if the ministry would allow them to have wands. I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marks in Professor Hecat's class are superb. I don't think troll. How dare you speak to a prefect that way? I'm a prefect too, twit.
Alohomora.
I'll have to open this. You have to open some chest with it too? That's interesting. There we go. That was the last one. That was the last blue flame.
Students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacular.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though.
students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
Uh-oh.
Hufflepuff?
They got me.
Ravenclaw?
Hufflepuff? Ravenclaw? I know when I see a winning bet, and Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something. Perhaps not. Anyway.
Okay, wait a minute. What just happened? Okay, that's weird.
Revelio.
My dad took a unicorn falling as an air surrounding calm in the hospital wing in Hogwarts.
Suppose you should.
Lumos. Revelio.
Boris the Bewildered, statue of a lost-looking wizard. As Boris the Bewildered selects students for ages, either coming or going, beginning or during or the end, perhaps we shall never know. It would be nice if there was a way to, like, temporarily,
That had better not be another student, I hear. You are to be remanded at once.
I guess that wasn't the right move. Whoops.
I'm not on my patient list.
Whoa. I didn't even know she was there. Apparently there's something I'm supposed to do there, but I just don't know what.
Revelio.
Blue-encrusted tortoise shell, man. Assume this be a shell of a fire crab. Native to Fiji, hollow in the nose and the nose swear it's a bejeweled tortoise shell created by a mad wizard near Versailles. When the chateau was overrun by nifflers, the dazzling shell was carried off to be discovered years later by a Hogwarts professor, Holiday in the Ardennes. I don't remember him being there before.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance?
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful
so that's
forms
how
of
you upgrade it.
Alohomora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Okay. I think that's enough for today. Well, thank you everyone who decided to watch. This has been Rotten. See you next time. Slick out.